Hello and welcome to TulsaTruth TV. We are your hosts.
I'm Wes Rowe.
And I'm Joe Picarelli.
On today's show, we will be covering the oil connections which may have motivated the Bush administration to strike Iraq, the local Dick Cheney protest, Dr. Bob Bowman's Patriot Tour, Robin Meyers, and we also have a special report from our Canadian correspondent, Nathan Moulten.
But first, we would like to tell you what we are all about. Our purpose is to educate you, the viewer, on subjects the mainstream media is not covering. We will do so not only from a local standpoint, a national standpoint, and quite possibly even an international perspective.
During the course of our broadcast, we will also be sharing with you our local activities. These are things that anyone is able to participate in. You can find out more information about getting involved on our website, TulsaTruth.org.
To start off today's episode, we are going to throw it over to Nathan Moulten, who hosts the Moulten Still Report. Nathan, our Canadian correspondent, will give us an update about the role of Canada in Iraq.
Thanks, Wes. Thanks, Joe. Tulsa Truth is really doing what we should all be out there doing, taking action, spreading 9/11 truth, handing out DVDs, informing people that aren't informed about the issue. It's a very important thing to do, and that's why on the 11th of every month, every single month, 12 months a year, we are going to get out there. We are going to spread 9/11 truth. We're going to do whatever we can to get our message out there and to wake people up. So I strongly recommend that everybody do what Tulsa Truth is doing. Get out there and take action. Here in Canada, we are following the defense policy of the United States and the Bush administration. Our troops continue to die in a war that we have been told could last 100 years. For every dollar that the Canadian government spends on the mission in Afghanistan, 90 cents goes towards the military operation there, and only 10 cents of it goes to aid. Billions of Canadian dollars are spent on George Bush's war in Afghanistan, while the Canadian government continues to cut billions from Canadian funds that are needed badly for healthcare, childcare, education, and Canada's environment. Fewer people in Afghanistan have access to clean water, electricity than they did 5 years ago, 6 years ago. This is clearly a sign that the circumstances there have gotten a lot worse than they were before the military operations there. One person can't do everything, but everybody can do something. So do something, take action for 9/11 truth. My name's Nathan Moulten, reporting for Tulsa Truth TV. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Nathan. Boy, Joe, that was good, eh?
Hey.
Last month, Bob Bowman stopped in Tulsa for his Patriot Tour. The Patriots Tour started April 10th and will last until August 10th. For more details, visit thepatriots.us. Tulsa Truth's very own John Fanning had the pleasure of sitting down and asking Dr. Bowman a few questions.
This is John Fanning with Tulsa Truth TV, and I'm here with Dr. Bob Bowman, who is on his Patriot Tour. And thank you very much for being with us today, Dr. Bowman.
My pleasure.
Now, you were the head of the Star Wars program under both President Carter and President Ford, is that correct?
Yes.
And during that period, were you aware of things like the false flag type operations, rogue factions within the government?
The Gulf of Tonkin incident was a false flag. I was aware of some others. So I was a little bit alert to what could happen.
And how have you been received so far?
Very well. The American people all across the political spectrum seem to be receptive and understand that all of us, left, right, Republicans, Democrats, conservative, liberals, hawks, doves, we all share common interest in taking back our country, having a government which follows the Constitution, honors the truth, and serves the people. The government of this country is not serving the conservatives or the liberals. They're only serving themselves.
When did you first begin to realize that something was wrong with 9/11 and start to question the events of 9/11?
Well, on that morning, as I watched the towers and saw the second plane hit and all that, I kept thinking, where are the interceptors? I'm an old interceptor pilot. been there, done that. I know the drill, the procedures, and how long it takes. The thing that really got me thinking there was something fishy was when within 24 hours or so, all of a sudden the government comes out with names and pictures of the 19 hijackers. I wondered, how could they go from being completely clueless to having all the answers in such a short time?
There are some wonderful things going on. Can you tell me some of the things that encourage you the most about the movement and about the future of our country, the things that you look as bright stars on the horizon?
What is encouraging to me is that so many events like the one in Tulsa are co-sponsored by the 9/11 Truth Movement, the Peace Movement, universities, churches, labor unions. In Tulsa we had both the Green Party and the Libertarian Party as co-sponsors. This is wonderful because we're getting people all across the political spectrum to recognize that they have to work together to take back our country. And together we can do it. It's encouraging that the young people are getting involved. It used to be when I'd make a nationwide tour, I'd look out in the audience and the hair would be all gray or gone. And it's not now. You look out in the audience and half of it have spiked hair. You know, I love it. And that's what we need. We need the young people because those of us who went through the old leftist peace movement, we're dying out. And we need people to take our place, carry this country forward, and take it back.
Excellent. Well, thank you, Dr. Bowman. I really appreciate your time, and I know that the folks of Tulsa really have appreciated it as well. We hope to have you back soon, and God bless.
Thank you very much, and take back America.
After Tulsa, the Bowman Tour headed south to Oklahoma City, where he was hosted by Robin Meyers, the minister of the Mayflower Church. Robin Meyers recently released a controversial book, Why the Christian Right is Wrong. Jen Robbins of TulsaTruth got a chance to ask Mr. Meyers a few questions.
I'm here in the company of Dr. Robin Meyers, who's taking a few minutes of his time after speaking at the annual Tulsa Interfaith annual banquet. He was kind enough to spend a couple minutes and sign his new book, Why the Christian Right is Wrong. Dr. Meyers, a pleasure hearing you speak this evening. I understand that you and your church hosted Dr. Bob Bowman last week to deliver his Take Back America speech. How do you feel about Bob Bowman and his message that he's sharing on his nationwide patriot tour?
Well, I thought it was very well done. I particularly like the sort of mock State of the Union speech format as a rhetorical device. And I thought he was right on. I mean, I agreed with 99% of what he said. It was a wonderful evening, big crowd. I think he enjoyed Mayflower a lot. I mean, basically, we've been preaching the same message. His message is in this book, so his message and my message are so similar that you would hardly be able to tell them apart. Our country's been hijacked, and we have to take it back.
I totally agree. We thank you so much for hosting that event and making it a success. Dr. Meyers, for over 5 years, it's been mostly taboo to question the official story regarding the events of 9/11. What can people do, all the things to do to change this mentality so that we may someday find the truth and have a truly independent investigation?
Well, people have to demand that the investigation and the people who do the investigating are actually independent and do not have connections or interests other than simply discovering what really happened. And I think the 9/11 Commission was not perfect, but I think they got us a ways down that road. Maybe we're not all the way down. Maybe there's much more that we need to know. This government has operated in secrecy in so many ways that they raise suspicions, perhaps even when there's not reason to be suspicious. It's like the boy who cried wolf. Once you lose credibility, once people don't trust you anymore, everything you say is suspect. And it was